Ultimate advice for every female go-getter. Hello, go-getters, Silky here. I know you because I am you. And I have to say that in every stage of my life, of my career, I have had changes in my priorities, in who I am, in how I am like. For example, after I became a mom, I became more risk averse as opposed to risk seeking. However, in general, female go-getters, there are certain characteristics and traits I just know that are gonna stick on forever. So here are the ultimate advice for you. Number one, female go-getters, you tend to be very critical of yourself because you have a perfectionist tendency. I myself am one. And when we do things, we want to do it, we have a high standard of expectation, high standard of finish, high standard of quality. However, when things don't go well our way, when we don't get to show up as that, we tend to be very, very, very critical of ourselves. So, female go-getters, the first thing you need to learn on this journey of success is you need to learn to be less critical of yourself when things don't go right, when things don't become what you expect them to be, when things fail. You need to stop being so judgmental and critical of yourself. That's number one. Number two, female go-getters tend to have a very good masculine energy because they get things done. I was known as the girl that gets things done by my bosses, and hence I was rising up the corporate ladder very, very fast. They had a saying in the office, before Silky walks in, everyone talks. After Silky walks in, she gets things done. And that became one of the things that got me amazing high positions within my career earlier on. And the thing about masculine and feminine energy is that when you have a good balance of it, when you can be feminine, which is, so just know that when I say feminine and masculine, it doesn't mean it's male and female. Every single person has got feminine energy and masculine energy. Masculine is the things that gets things done. Feminine energy is more the playful, the nurturing, the soft, the happy, the joy, the joyfulness, the fulfillment. So those are all feminine energies. When you're going to have a good balance of those, it's very easy for female go-getters to fly. However, be very mindful when you are too in your masculine, when you're a little bit too stressed and you are compensating your feminine energy by your masculine actions, and you suffer burnout. That is when you know that you haven't done enough feminine. So what is feminine actions? What are some of the feminine actions? For example, rest is a feminine action. Play is a feminine action. Nurture, any type of nurturing, any kind of expression like art and creativity, those are all feminine. And so you really need to be very mindful of your feminine and masculine in terms of how it plays out in your life and how balanced they are as you take on huge tasks, because go-getters, we tend to shoulder the world, don't we? And what I have learned is meditation is a must learn for female go-getters because it's such a good tool to help you let off the load of your psychological tension. Meditation or spend 20 minutes in silence and surrender, both of which would do wonders to your psychological tension if you just take on this advice. Number three, because we tend to be very critical of ourselves, and because we have a high perfectionist tendency, and because we acknowledge ourselves as being capable and strong, usually female go-getters, whenever we face difficulties or things that really impact us, when we have a major setback, whether that be in marriage, in career, in business, in finances, whatever it is, when it's a major setback, we tend to suffer along. We tend to close up. We tend to just want to shoulder the world ourselves and don't let anyone else know and don't let anyone else in and not receive. So female go-getters, whenever you're facing that, I want you to open up. open up to receiving help, receiving support, because you don't have to suffer alone. You don't need to be strong. You don't need to show to be strong. You can be strong and asking for help at the same time. It is also a sign of strength to be able to ask for help, ask for support, receive love, receive joy, receive money, receive what is it that you need at the time of your suffering. So that is number 3. Last but not least, we have a high ambition. We naturally do not give up. High achievers, go-getters, when you are flying, you don't need me to tell you this. However, because of your perfectionist tendency and your self-criticism could be really rampant, especially experiencing setback, I really, really, really need you to hear this. This is called bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. Female go-getters, even though we are so high achievers, however, we are less, let's just say, we are less inclined to take on the credit, to claim our worth than our male counterparts. I've seen this behavior again and again and again, not just in banking, but throughout so much. And because of that, we tend to be willing to give importance and credit to other people rather than ourselves. What I need you to do is, instead of believing others are better than you, believing others are more deserving than you, believing you need to be better in order to get to that next level, I need you to come back and bet on yourself and trust yourself. Double down on yourself. Even though I deem myself as high confidence person, and I have always been, and I have been a tall poppy pretty much all my life. However, the number of times when I lose faith in myself or I doubt myself just because of certain things that has happened in my life, or the fact that I feel that I can't do that, let me just say, betting on yourself, doubling down on yourself, especially when time hits hard, especially when you have those doubts, really does wonders, just because we are so critical of ourselves. So if you find what I have said resonate, think about subscribing to my channel. Your subscription will help my content rise to the top and helping more women becoming the best version of themselves and achieving success in both business and in life. Silky here. Bye for now.